Okay, I have 6 o'clock. Call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Stone,
Here.
Mr. Brumfield,
Here.
Mr. Yeaman,
Here.
Mr. Easley,
Here.
Ms. Warren, Mr. Craddock,
Here.
Mr. Merricks.
Here. At this time, we'll have a moment of silence. If y'all please stand with us, and after that, we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. You have before you the agenda for tonight's meeting. Do I hear any additions or corrections? We have a motion be approve the agenda.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, cast your vote.
We'll hit yes and save.
We got them all.
Mr. Brumfield, is yours showing?
No, nothing showing on mine that I can see.
Okay, can we get yours verbally?
Yes.
Thank you. And Ms. Warren? If we can get your vote verbally to approve the agenda.
No.
Thank
Are
you.
Are you approving or not the minutes, the agenda? I'm approving. I was going to say yes. Yes. Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you. You have the minutes from the last meeting, the February board meeting. Do you hear a motion they be approved?
Mr. Chairman, if I might, item one's got me calling the meeting to order. Need your name
Okay.
listed on that, if you will.
Make a note of that.
Other than that, they look
Yes.
fine.
I'd be glad for you to do it. All right, any other additions or corrections? I'll cast your vote.
I had something up here. I thought it was the.
Ms. Warren, could I get your vote verbally?
All right, any old business?
I already got mine.
Ms. Ragsdale, do we have any old business?
I do not have any old business.
I see any new business.
New business, I would like to introduce our newest member, Mrs. Anna Warren. She is replacing Ann Deering. So this is her first meeting, but you will be seeing her for the rest of Ms. Deering's term.
All right, Ms. Warren, welcome. Glad you're here. And keep Ms. Deering in your thoughts and prayers as she is now understanding a nursing facility. So, all right, there's no chairman's report. So the time is 6:03. Open public hearing, case number Z 24-001. Ms. Ragsdale.
Case Z 24-001, William and Judith Rogers, Capital Outdoor Sign, has petitioned for a sign permit on 2.74 acres located on U.S. Highway 29 South in the Bannister Election District for an off-site illuminated single-sided stacked sign totaling with two 10 by 20 panels totaling 200 square feet each in accordance with Pennsylvania County Code Section 35-100. The Planning Commission recommended by a 6-0 vote with no opposition that the petitioner's request be granted. Staff summaries enclosed in the board packet. Mr. Chairman, R.J. Lackey is here to represent the petition.
All right. Is the mic on?
Is that better?
I hope so. All right.
Okay. It's R.J. Lackey. I'm here representing Capital Outdoor, which is the billboard company. Going to be very, very brief, which attorneys are not known for, but I will be. This company's been in business for 78 years. It provides small business, local advertising, that people who can't afford TV and big print and type ads, it provides that type of advertising. Its biggest footprint in Virginia is in Pennsylvania County, and we're going to try to continue to provide that service to local businesses. And otherwise, I'll just answer any questions you may have.
All right, anybody have any questions for Mr. Lackey? There seems to be none, but you have a seat and we'll have discussion. Is anybody from the public here to speak?
No, Mr. Chairman.
I'll close the public hearing at 6:05. Discussion. Ms. Ragsdale, I need the motions. I don't have those here.
Are they not in that folder that you had? Did you
Oh,
give
no,
it back?
I'll just sign some things in there, I think. I didn't see them in there. Any discussion from the board concerning the case?
Mr. Chairman, this looks like an appropriate location for a sign of that nature, so I would be in favor of a positive motion.
All right. Okay, as soon as I get the wording, I'll be glad to hear it. Of a positive motion. Thank you very much. Thank you. I should have, at the beginning, read the precepts. I probably need to do that. But I don't seem to have those either. All right, do I hear a positive motion from everybody?
Yes.
All right. Whereas William and Judith Rogers has petitioned the Board of Zoning Appeals for a sign permit for an off-site sign, and whereas the application meets the requirements of Section 3595 of the Pennsylvania Code zoning ordinance, or it's not 30, it's 35-100. I move that the sign permit be granted. Do you have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
So Alan made the motion, Alan Easley, and second.
Herschel.
Herschel Stone, second. Cast your vote.
Ms. Warren, can I get your vote?
Yes.
Are we good? Okay. All right. Go back. Time is 6:08. Open public hearing to case Z24-002. Ms. Ragsdale.
Case Z24-002, William and Judith Rogers, Capital Outdoor Sign, has petitioned for a sign permit on 34.18 acres located on U.S. Highway 29 South in the Chatham Blair's election district for an off-site illuminated, single-sided, stacked sign with two panels that are 10 by 20 equaling 200 square feet each in accordance with Pennsylvania County Code, Section 35-100. The Planning Commission recommended by a 6-0 vote with no opposition that the petitioner's request be granted. The staff summary is enclosed in the board packet. Mr. Chairman, R.J. Lackey is here to represent the petition.
All right, Mr. Lackey.
Mr. Chair, I'm just here to answer any questions the board may have.
All right. Any questions for Mr. Lackey from the board? Thank you, sir. Time is 6:09. Anybody here from the public to speak to this case?
No one signed up, Mr. Chairman.
All right. It's 6:09. I will close the public hearing. Any comments or questions, discussion of the board?
Move for positive motion.
All right. Whereas William and Judith Rogers has petitioned the Board of Zoning Appeals for a sign permit for an off-site sign, and whereas the application meets the requirements of Section 35-100 of the Pennsylvania County zoning ordinance, I move the sign permit be granted. We have a motion by Mr. Yeaman. Second.
Second.
Second by Mr. Stone. Cast your vote.
Ms. Warren?
Yes.
Can we get yours verbally?
Yes.
Mr. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Motion carried 6-0. What was it, 7-0? 7, okay, thank you. Should I read the precepts since I forgot them or not?
I wouldn't worry about it, sir.
Okay, I don't want nothing to come back and haunt us. All right, good. All right. All right, this time is 6:10. Open the public hearing, case Z 24003, Ms. Ragsdale.
Case Z-24-003, William and Judith Rogers, Capital Outdoor Sign, has petitioned for a sign permit on 25.21 acres located on U.S. Highway 29 North in the Bannister Election District for an off-site illuminated double-sided stacked sign with a total of 4 10-by-20 panels equaling 200 square feet each in accordance with Pennsylvania County Code Section 35-10. The Planning Commission recommended by a 6-0 vote with no opposition that the petitioner's request be granted with the following condition: the sign be located a minimum of 400 feet from the northern property line. The staff summary is enclosed in the board packet. Mr. Chairman, R.J. Lackey is here to represent the petition.
All right, Mr. Lackey.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair. Just here for questions.
All right, any questions from the board on this particular case? All right, sir, thank you. It is now 6:11. Anybody from the public to speak?
No one signed up, Mr. Chairman.
6:11, we'll close the public hearing, discussion. And this was a little different from the other two. There was a condition placed on this particular sign that it be 400 feet from the northern property line, correct?
That is correct.
Any discussion about that?
Mr. Chairman, I'd make a positive motion in that direction with that condition.
All right. Whereas William and Judith Rogers has petitioned the Board of Zoning Appeals for a sign permit for an off-site sign, and whereas the application meets the requirements of Section 35-100 of the Pennsylvania County Zoning Ordinance, I move the sign permit be granted with the following condition: that the sign be placed 400 feet from the northern property line. Is that correct?
So moved.
Got a motion by Mr. Easley, second.
Second.
Mr. Chairman, is that a minimum? I don't want to be too restrictive and put them at 400 feet,
All
so
right,
just a minimum.
Minimum of 400 feet, okay. All right, that's fine. Got a second by Jay Craddock. Cast your vote, all in favor?
Ms. Warren, could I get your vote?
Yes.
Yes.
And Mr. Stone?
Okay, motion carried 7-0. All right, the time is 6:13. We'll open case number Z 24-004. Ms. Ragsdale.
Case Z-24-004, William and Judith Rogers, Capital Outdoor Sign, has petitioned for a sign permit on 23.79 acres located on U.S. Highway 29 South in the Chatham Blair's election district for an off-site illuminated, double-sided stacked sign with a total of 4 panels that are 10 by 20 each, equaling 200 square feet each. In accordance with Pennsylvania County Code, Section 35-100, the Planning Commission recommended by a 6-0 vote with no opposition that the petitioner's request be granted. Staff summary is enclosed in the board packet. Mr. Chairman, R.J. Lackey is here to represent the petition.
One more time.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just any questions?
Any questions for Mr. Lackey? No questions.
Thank you.
sir. Anybody from the public here to speak?
No one has signed up, Mr. Chairman.
All right, time is 6:14. Public hearing is closed. Any discussion from the board? Your positive motion. Okay, I'll read a positive motion. Whereas William and Judith Rogers has petitioned the Board of Zoning Appeals for a sign permit for an off-site sign, and whereas the application meets the requirements of Section 35-100 of the Pennsylvania County zoning ordinance. I move the sign permit be granted.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Craddock,
Second.
second by Mr. Stone. All in favor, cast your vote.
All right, Ms. Warren
Yes.
and Mr.
Yes.
And Mr. Brumfield.
Yes.
Thank you.
Motion carried 7-0. Thank you for coming out. Any other business?
There's no other business.
Meeting's adjourned.